So to the crank on the 900 on E85, we were
1,081.
1,081,
which is more than the Demon 170.
That's with the correction of the 40.
Yes.
Yeah, that's with the correction of the 40.
So
that's more than the Demon 170.
Try not to get wrapped up too much in numbers. That's what we tell.
Yeah. Good luck telling people that. All right, guys. As you can see, we got her back down here at Palmer as always, Alpharetta, Georgia. Got the two madmen right here, Ryan and Kylar. What are we looking at here, man?
So we went from the Demon to the GHOUL.
From the Demon to the GHOUL.
Yep. We are fully on E85 now.
Fully on E85.
Right this second.
Yeah, this moment. Yeah.
We can flip back and forth between 93 and E85 with this package. So we don't have to change, like our last video we talked about, we don't have to change any pulleys or anything like that. It's literally just go to the gas station, run your gas tank. Yeah. Kind of as low as you can.
Sure.
And then fill it up with whatever fuel you want to use. Flash it.
Yeah.
It takes 2 minutes. We got a video clip of that.
And it's all done through the app on your phone.
It's all done through the app on your phone.
Yeah.
So it just Bluetooths to your phone.
Good stuff.
It's super easy.
And that's going to be the dongle, right? That you plug into your OBD. So boom, you got a dongle. Yeah. So that's what it looks like. And you just plug that into your OBD, and then it'll. From there, you do the Bluetooth thing on your phone, flash it to 93 or E85.
Yeah.
And you're good. Yeah.
Two, for us to communicate with you if you're from out of state.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So if you that we want to talk about,
yeah,
it's pretty exciting.
Really exciting. First thing that sticks out.
This is a SDG snout.
Yeah.
So we do both companies. We do Kong and SDG.
Okay.
And we have a core program that we're gonna do if you want to port your blower and you don't want to wait a long time because it takes a little bit of time.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're gonna stitch in a clip of me talking about
absolutely.
Over here, this is a Kong Performance snout. This is what came off of Knockout's car, and you can see they shave quite a bit of material off here. We're still on factory bearings, no race bearings, anything like that. Over here, we have an SDG engineering snout. Now this is the Hellcat Killer snout. I mean, you can tell it's just massive. Obviously this is a factory piece, and this is a re-engineered piece. It is made in America, so there's no Chinese stuff or anything like that. So you can see there's quite a bit of difference here. Just from one company to another. The main difference, this is, a piece that's been made, and this is a factory piece. But when it comes to the actual blower part, the idea is that SDG re-engineers this piece. So this is not factory, and it's made of a stronger material, basically billet aluminum, and as well, the bearings have been replaced for the front of the rotor and the back to race bearings. So they handle about 4,000 more RPMs than factory.
But this is really high quality parts right here.
Yeah.
I mean, the snout
that was the first thing that popped out at me.
The snout is massive.
Yeah.
It's huge.
SDG.
So, and then we're running a 278 pulley.
Yeah.
And then an extra idler, and then we have our remote catch can.
Yes. You see, there's no more that other company, right?
Yeah, the other company that we don't want to talk about.
We don't want to talk about them.
That's improved racing, right?
That's improved racing.
Yeah.
Very quality can.
Yeah.
You can, you basically take the wing nut off. You just disconnect this quick connector.
Yeah.
You pull it up. You pull that lock out, and then it just comes off, and you dump out the hole and put it back together. It's super easy.
Done deal. And I love the placement, how it's over here in the corner as opposed to being. And
that's the biggest thing when you change your oil, especially if you do it yourself.
Yeah.
You empty this every oil change. This thing gets hot when it's over here, so it kind of keeps it a little cooler so you don't burn yourself.
Sure.
SDG with the snout is also the superchargers ported.
Yeah.
So before you didn't have that. Yeah.
Yeah.
His packages, he has his own names.
Yeah.
The Hellcat Killer snout.
Okay.
And but the whole package with the throttle body is called the trifecta.
Gotcha.
That's what he calls it. So, like I said, we still offer Kong too.
Yeah.
This is more for like max effort.
Yeah.
And if you need a full rebuild.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. And I talk about that in the other video.
Yeah,
you're getting a rebuilt, re-engineered part with SDG, so it's really cool. So if you have a high mileage car, you should, and you want to do porting, go for SDG, because he really
he even offers recoating the rotors.
He recoats the rotors.
Sweet.
He changes the oil in the back of the supercharger.
Nice.
That's not really a thing that's typically serviceable.
Yeah.
But he adds a better fluid than stock, so he kind of goes above and beyond. A lot more than
it's like a
Kong
port
does.
and a rebuild at the same
Yeah,
time.
yeah. So our core program will be SDG.
Okay, good.
Because
good.
we don't want to give you someone else's supercharger from a car with 60,000 miles that may have some jacked up bearings. We're going to keep SDG on the shelf.
Yeah.
So that way you're getting a rebuilt, remanufactured part.
Good stuff.
So that's the idea. We can still do Kong, and we still recommend them.
Yeah.
It's a little cheaper.
Yeah.
But it just takes a long time.
Yeah,
sure.
Sometimes he gets really backed up. It can take a couple weeks.
I would say minimum it's a week and a half, 2 weeks on the best side. You know?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So,
now we've got different levels at this point. We've got the GHOUL package, which is the E85.
yep.
We've got the Demon Plus.
The Demon Plus. So Demon Plus is basically, it's taking the pulley from the GHOUL package and the idler and putting it on the Demon package.
Yeah.
But you're just not doing the bigger injectors for E85.
Gotcha.
So the GHOUL package is based for E85. So
Sure.
if you want max effort 93 and you don't want to go even touch E85, you can do the Demon Plus package and maximize 93 to the fullest, and it's cheaper. Because the 1300 injectors are pretty expensive.
Yeah, they're like $800-900 more than 1050s.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We use quality injectors. We only use Injector Dynamics. Right now, probably forever. But, so you can
split up the GHOUL package. So if you're like, I can't afford to do, or I don't want to do the E85 full-on kit now, you would start you off with the GHOUL base, which basically is using 1300 injectors, the 278 pulley, the idler, and then get it tuned. You're basically on a pump gas package, and then you come back for the pumps, the flex link, and the retune.
All that stuff. That's good.
Yeah,
a
so
lot
you
of
can-
people, I think, are going to like that.
Yeah, if you don't want to, you're like, so that way you don't have to do the Demon and then buy new injectors when you do the GHOUL.
Yeah, you're double zipping in labor.
Yeah.
It can get expensive.
Because you can run 1300s and then you'll just be overkill in injectors.
Yeah.
But you also know you're going to do E85 down the road, and that allows you to do that.
Gotcha.
So if you come back for E85, it's very minimal. We don't have to change the injectors. We don't have to change the pulleys.
It's already there.
We literally just add a custom fuel system in the back. It's not a booster pump.
Yeah.
We're not hacking.
Yeah.
We don't do that type of stuff. We're not doing booster pumps because they're not safe.
Yeah.
We do a drop-in 4 fuel system dual pump on a Hellcat.
Yeah.
On a Red Eye, you don't have to do.
Yeah,
because it's already got the dual.
Because it has dual pumps.
Dual pumps.
Hellcats and Trackhawks.
Yeah.
You don't need it.
Yeah. So, if you want to do 85 on a Red Eye, you don't have to do the fuel system, so it makes it even cheaper. So, but in reality, the price difference between a Demon package and a GHOUL package is
about $1,000.
That's $1,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
But if you're like, I'm never, ever, 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 ever going to do
E85,
then the Demon or the
Demon Plus is the way to go. Yeah.
And we're seeing, so like the Demon package, you were seeing 780 to 820 to the wheels.
Yeah.
Given the day, given the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you do the Demon Plus, which is basically adding a 108mm throttle body, the port of the snout and the supercharger, it's adding a solid 40 to 50 horsepower.
40
to the
is
wheels.
good for about 40 to 50.
Gotcha.
So that'd be like your
SDG
max effort 93 build.
Gotcha.
Before you start tiptoeing in Whipple and stuff like
Whipple
that.
and
But
all
that's-
that crazy stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, now let's say you're on the flip side and you like, I have access to E85.
Yeah.
Like we do here.
Yeah.
And you're like, man, I'm gonna run E85 nonstop.
Yeah.
Well, technically we can pulley down even more if you want to stay on E85, and we can do a 10% lower, and we can get you big power.
Big
but
power.
that's when you'll be stuck on the 85.
But you're gonna be stuck
you'll
on
be stuck on the 85.
If it's a car you drive
Yeah.
once or twice a week, if not, whatever.
Strictly
and
a
you're
race
cool
car.
with-
Race
Yeah.
car, like my car.
Yeah.
We have tons of E85 around here.
Yeah. In Charlotte, we don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, we don't. We got 2 stations right now, and one's in Troutman, one's in Salisbury, and they're supposed to be building a new one in Charlotte, but nobody's been there yet, so there's no telling.
Yeah, so that's another option too. So you know, we can go even further than that.
Yeah.
After that, you know, you're looking at Whipple or a Cam.
Crazy stuff.
And this is still totally safe on the motor.
And I was going to say, I mean, since with this particular package, the GHOUL package, it can switch between 93 and E85. It's okay to drive 93 90% of the times.
Yeah, no,
okay.
absolutely.
If this is like your daily car, but you may play around on the weekends, and you're running 93 Monday through Friday, and then on the weekends you want to get, you know, that extra power, it's okay.
Go to the racetrack or something. You know,
Gotcha.
Toss it on E.
Still very much so a reliable sedan. It's still a car.
Yep.
Okay.
Really, the bottom end of these motors, I mean, there's 1,050 wheel horsepower on Hellcats that run fine.
Yeah.
You know,
this is one of them.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Since you're gonna have, since we're talking numbers,
we can talk numbers.
You want to talk numbers now, or you want to?
I guess I.
You introduced it.
So what did this car make to the wheels?
So on 93.
Oh yeah. On the 93 tune.
We kept it a little safe because with the SDG is flowing so much boost.
Yeah.
We're a little concerned about over boosting, so we didn't push it too far.
Yeah.
But the car's happy.
Yeah.
So right now it's at 800 wheel horsepower on 93.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing, that's on Tim Barth's dyno.
Yeah.
So it's
it's
about 40 horsepower less
Yeah.
than your typical dyno jet, and that's because his dyno is old.
Sure.
It's kind of worn out ish, but it still works great.
Yeah.
And it's on DynoJet's new software. So most shops are running DynoJet's old software. So for whatever reason, Tim Barth is a madman. He's really good at what he does. He has the new software because it's easier to tune with or more accurate, something like that. That's not my area.
So in theory, on other dynos, we're looking at 840 plus.
Yeah, about 840.
And that's on 93 to the wheel.
To the wheels.
Okay. And to the crank, what is it?
To the crank, I mean, that's...
Because I'm sure people are going to want numbers.
Yeah.
So let's say 840 times 115 plus 840. 966 to the crank on 93.
Yeah,
on 93.
960.
So we picked up a little bit previously
Yeah.
than what we had on 93, which is, you know, that's great.
Yeah.
On E85...
That's with the power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On E85, we made 900 flat to the wheels.
To the wheels.
Also with the caveat of about 40 horsepower.
So 940.
You know, 940. So if you took this car across town to a different dyno jet, it would probably pull about, on the same day, same conditions, it would pull about 40 more just from the differences between dynos, because all dynos are different.
Sure.
So to the crank on the 900 on E85, we were
1,081.
1,081.
1,081, which is more than a Demon 170.
That's with the correction of the 40.
Yes.
Yeah, that's with the correction of the 40.
So
that's more than a Demon 170.
Try not to get wrapped up too much in numbers. That's what we tell
Good luck telling people that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's how the car feels.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah.
I wish it wasn't so cold out today.
Yeah.
You know, we could really show off what this car does, but right now it's just Spin City.
It's yeah.
It's Spin City.
It's cold,
so
and that's another thing that you were talking about. Just the weather right now, especially in the South, it's cold as shit. It's been record temperatures.
Yeah, believe it or not, the cold air makes it have more boost.
Yeah. So it really starts over boosting. So, but that's the thing that we got to talk about. But you know, when it's 30, 40 degrees outside, you don't want to beat on it too hard. And when I mean beat on it, I mean like going through multiple gears.
Yeah, 0 to 130.
You know, like
type
0
deal.
to 130.
Yeah.
You know, you can still give it gas, but just be mindful.
Yeah.
But the other side of that, you're going to be spinning tire anyway.
Exactly. So you're going to have to ease off of it just to get traction.
You know, just use common sense.
Yeah.
You know, when it's cold out, the fall and the springtime, that's the big.
That's when the car comes alive.
You set
50 degrees outside.
That's when you go and set draggy records, 6130. I tried to run 6130 in this car. And video it, and it's just it's too cold.
It's too cold.
I tried.
Yeah.
I know I kind of made that promise, but I can't keep it this time. So
half a tank and over.
Yeah. So when you're on E85, when you're below a half a tank, try not to beat on it as well.
Yeah.
Especially when you're doing those, type of activities you don't do. But
exactly.
Sliding,
all that crazy stuff.
The fuel tank is a saddle tank, so fuel can kind of slosh around.
Yeah.
And if you're sliding and your fuel pump catches air, it's not going to be good.
No.
I mean, it's probably not going to. There are safeguards put in to help prevent that type of stuff, but there's always the freak accidents that can happen.
Yeah.
So be mindful of that when you're on E85. E85 is safer than 93 because it burns cooler.
Sure.
But you still have to, be mindful of that type of scenario. You don't want to suck air.
Yeah.
It's not going to be good.
Okay. And with 93, you can run it just like a regular car.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And drivability.
Half a tank, quarter of a tank, just a regular car. Okay.
I'd say above quarter. I mean,
Yeah.
It's still a good idea. It's not a half a
just
tank,
a rule of
but,
thumb kind of thing.
If you got 30 miles to empty,
don't make that a habit.
You need to go to the gas station.
Don't be that guy.
I mean, a lot of this is common sense.
Yeah.
But we do have to say something about it because we stand by our word.
Sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
We always take care of our customers, but we still have to kind of play it out for people.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah, man, this is a GHOUL
And we maxed out the screen.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we did.
I would love to put, what was it, 1081, whatever you want to call it.
So the screen only goes up to the SRT
1022.
pages. 1022.
Yeah, that's max.
So on the dash it says 1022.
So it's 1022. So,
But obviously you got more than that.
yeah.
Because that's just as high as it goes.
Yep. That's as high as it goes.
So this is a Demon 170 right here.
Yeah.
More than a Demon 170.
Yeah, because I mean, all the Demon 170s I've seen dyno, they're about. It depends on the dyno.
Yeah.
Again, every dyno is different.
Tires.
And tires.
Yeah, true.
Because if you're dynoing on Mickey Thompson ET3Rs, that's a soft compound tire.
Sure.
It's not going to produce, rolling resistance. It's soft. It's pretty common sense. But it basically low 900s.
Yeah.
High 800s, depending on the car. That's what everything I've seen floating around.
Sure.
On a Demon 170, so we're tipping into that territory.
Absolutely.
I mean, sure, it's not the Demon 170.
Yeah, we
it
get
can't
it.
pull a tire.
So
I
hold
get
off on
it.
the comments.
Hold
Yeah.
on,
Yeah.
chill.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we're up badging to a Demon
No,
170.
it's gonna stay. That badge is gonna stay a Hellcat badge right there.
Yeah. But it's kind of cool. We're getting close to that power level.
Absolutely.
Using kind of same technology.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah.
So.
Good stuff. So at this point, we've got the GHOUL package, the Demon Plus, and the Demon.
Correct.
Okay. And
the GHOUL you can split in half if you want. Do the 93 GHOUL with obviously a future of going to E85.
Gotcha. And of course, as it's been in the past, if I already have a catch can, I don't have to get a catch can with the package. If I already have a breather tube or an idler, I don't, or a leg maker, we can just reduce that from the total price.
Yeah. So that's why our pricing is. I wouldn't say it's a little weird.
Yeah.
But
so many people have 90% of our customers come in with a cold air intake.
Exactly. Or
Other
catch
ones come
can.
in with a catch can.
Yeah.
It's like the first thing you do to these cars.
Yeah.
So when you see our flyer, it's posted everywhere.
Yeah.
We have 3 items at the bottom. We have a catch can, we have an intake, and we have spark plugs.
Yeah.
Their spark plugs are optional. We require them if you're over 25,000.
Sure.
They're NGKs, they're colder, special gapping for the tuner.
Yeah.
Those are 3 things that we offer that are not required. Same with the GHOUL. It's going to be on there. Don't have to get them. Recommend them, but it's up to you. And also, everybody usually has that.
Yeah.
right.
So that can affect the price as well.
Yeah. That's
So the
why
price you see isn't necessarily the final price.
Yeah.
Okay. It just depends on what you have and what you need.
Like we have extra options, of course, like
Sure.
reporting, that kind of stuff. It just depends on what you want to do and what your budget is. We can pretty much work with you.
Sure.
And I'm going to
Your
update
budget.
the flyer because the Demon flyer's out there.
Yeah.
There's going to be a GHOUL flyer for the step 1 or the step 2, which would be 85. That's going to be out there. It'll be in this video.
Good stuff.
And then also I'll go ahead and add a line for the Demon Plus, which is adding the port job.
Yeah.
For the Kong, the SDG would be a special customer if they want to go that route, depending on if they want it rebuild or just want to go with that, that particular build.
Good stuff.
But we'll have all those options so it's laid out. You can read it, see it, and I always refer back to it.
Yeah, and we're also changing things up a little bit too with the contact.
Yeah.
So
perfect.
Because people kind of call and they get lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
Because
we
still a dealership.
We're still a dealership.
Still very much so a
We got a
dealership.
new car lot. We got a used car lot. We got a service center. We got a quick lube department.
You got everything.
We still do recalls. All that crazy stuff. So he came up with an email
Yeah, it's Palmer Performance ATL at Gmail.
At Gmail. Palmer Performance ATL at gmail.com.
That's
and
it.
I'll put that link in the description as well as this video.
Yeah, so it'll be a little
Can
easier.
they still contact you on Instagram?
You can.
They would prefer the email.
I prefer the email.
And you can still call, but
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, if you send it there, we'll get back to you.
Yeah.
So I will say, if you email, it comes straight to my phone.
There you go.
It comes to my phone.
And it's quick
then
and easy.
he monitors it as well.
Yeah.
It's going to be one
And
of
then
us.
you can list everything you want. You know, we still sell wheels. We still, you know, if you want a course of drop ship to your house.
Yeah.
You know, all kinds of stuff. It doesn't, you know, call us for anything or emails for anything.
Yeah, so, I mean,
another big
email
thing.
is fast. It's
So
fast.
we have a customer that's here. He's one of your subscribers.
Sure.
Yeah, we're going to go look at his car.
Yeah, we're
gonna
you
check
his
it
car,
out.
But
Yeah.
he came from New Orleans.
Okay.
I shipped his car from New Orleans.
Oh, damn.
to Palmer
Okay.
Dodge
Yeah.
for $500.
Oh,
Enclosed.
wow.
It's not bad.
So we're about to start
Enclosed.
Enclosed. And then I'm going to turn around and ship it back to him for
Yeah.
So $1,000 round trip.
Yeah.
I got a few guys that already have plans to do that. We got a guy coming from New Mexico.
Yeah.
We got a guy coming from upstate New York.
Yeah.
So there are options for transportation. I tell people it's depending on where you're at. If you're in a really popular area like Atlanta or Charlotte,
Sure.
it's cheaper because there's more trucks going through there.
Exactly.
If you're more in a rural area, the price might be more, but it's usually about $1.25 a mile.
Gotcha.
If you do enclosed, it does add a little bit of money.
Okay.
Might be worth it.
Yeah.
But if you do just regular trailer, it's usually about $1.25 a mile.
But the guy from Louisiana, that was a solid deal.
No,
500, yeah.
$500 enclosed.
Yeah.
That's less
Believe it
than
or not,
$1 a mile.
Yeah.
That's less than $1 a mile. And
Yeah.
it's enclosed. So it all depends where you're at.
Yeah, it
but
just
Okay.
depends.
A good estimate, $1.25 a mile.
Yeah.
Could be cheaper.
Yeah.
Could be more. But all you have to do is send me your zip code.
Yeah.
And I'll give you a quote to and from.
And we'll work with you.
Yeah,
So we
you-
will come to you. We'll
Yeah,
bring your
just-
car to us.
Email and just tell us exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And or you can just send us your contact information and a good time to call.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
call.
Probably get a call instantly.
Yeah.
It's just we're kind of finding that sometimes people bounce around. at
I believe
dealerships.
it.
Everybody's experienced.
Yeah.
You call a dealership, you kind of like get bounced around, and people like, I'm new. I don't
Yeah.
know who Ryan is yet.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
So the email, it comes straight to me. I answer emails like text messages. So that's the fastest way. You can still DM us. It just sometimes we get a lot of DMs.
Yeah.
Things get lost.
I believe it.
We get busy.
And
I
as soon
believe
as this
it.
video drops, I'll get 400 phone calls.
Exactly. 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 And if you want them to, they will do a burnout in your car and test the tires. If you want this man right here to
Hey,
test
that
out
was-
your tires.
That was a
What's up, big dog?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you want them to test out your tires, maybe you're curious whether or not they'll burn or spin, he will take care of it.
Only by your approval.
Of course, yeah,
Stock
yeah, yeah. They
Hellcat
would never
going
do
out?
that.
A stock Hellcat do that? On Pirellis.
Oh, really? Yeah. But yeah, okay. Okay, man. So this is the GHOUL package.
Yeah.
We'll get a comment on
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're definitely gonna get one. All right, man. GHOUL package, Demon Plus, Demon package. I'll put the flyer for each one of those here. What are we looking at price wise for each one of them?
Base Demon package.
Yes.
With obviously some add-ons, starts at $5,800.
And that's what I had initially.
Yes.
Was
Yeah.
the base
Yeah.
Demon? Yeah.
The Demon Plus package, which is fairly new.
Yeah.
Just because we saw such good benefit from
Yeah, there's a
port.
lot of people reaching
Yeah.
out about
Yeah.
it.
We saw a lot of good numbers from porting. We're like, okay, well, let's call it the Demon Plus.
Sure.
So the Demon Plus is going to have the port, and that to do the port with Kong and the 108 millimeter throttle body.
Yeah.
Adds about $2,750 to that $5,800.
Gotcha.
Now, when you go to the GHOUL, which is prepping you for E85,
Yeah.
it's $6,800. You're getting the 1300s versus the 1050s. You're
Yeah.
getting the idler, and that's basically the two big differences on the base GHOUL
Yeah.
that kind of set you up for E85.
E85.
Now, if you're like, I want to do it all in one shot, you're just north of 10 grand.
So from a stock Hellcat to GHOUL package,
Full GHOUL package.
full
with
GHOUL
the
package,
E85.
E85.
And that's like the going rate.
Yeah.
That's what it costs. It's a lot of money in parts.
Yeah.
Because we're not using a boosted pump. We're not
Yeah.
cheaping out. We're using good
You get a
quality
flex link,
stuff.
you get the pumps, you get the 1300s.
Yeah.
You get the 2 tunes on an RTD device, so that way you can swap from 93 to E85.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you want to go real crazy and be on E85 only, do it 10% lower.
Yeah.
That's the
Like
GHOUL
almost-
Plus.
Yeah, the GHOUL
Yeah,
Plus.
GHOUL Plus.
Can almost
We haven't
touch-
thought about that, so
Yeah.
We're north
I'm sure
of
it's coming.
We're north of 950 if you do that.
Yeah.
That's a lot of power
That's a lot.
to the wheels.
Yeah. And then, of course, like we said previously, if you already have some of the parts, that takes off of the price.
Right.
Yeah.
If you already have the catch can or the idler or the breather tube, leg maker, shit like that, it takes off of the price.
So leg maker is something that adds to the price. So if you
Okay.
have it doesn't take off from those prices.
Sure,
Yes,
sure,
if you
that
have
makes
a 180
sense.
degree thermostat.
Yeah.
You have a idler pulley already on there. So we make the catch can, the leg maker, or intake, whichever one you want, and the spark plugs optional on top of the 5800 because so many people have it.
Makes sense.
So that's why our pricing is like that. So we have base packages of what you absolutely have to have, and then everything else is just extra.
Good stuff. Okay. Well, guys, that's what it is, man. GHOUL package, monsters. Then I got my Turo AZ850 DRs on the back. We'll talk about them when we get to Charlotte, you know, provided everything, it doesn't rain. Cold. Yeah, thanks for the tires. Yeah.
It's cold.
Yeah, it's cold, man. We can't do anything with it today. But, yeah, so that's the GHOUL package, man. I'm excited. I'm ready to test this out, get it on the strip, the track, and go crazy with it. But that's that. We're going to go in the garage and see what they got going on in there.
Yeah, I want to show you a couple things.
Yeah, let's do it.